Last time in Mass Effect, we played through the first of the DLC content for Mass Effect 1, Bringing Down the Sky. I checked up on something and it looks like I was wrong about something I said in the last part. I had said the decision you made there would have no repercussions in the following games. However, that is incorrect. It turns out there are a few changes that affect both Mass Effect 2 and 3, depending on what characters are still alive at the end of the Bringing Down the Sky mission. So, because I managed to save the engineers...
Urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Oh, this is urgent. 1 second.
This is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
How come every time there's a problem, you end up running to me?
You're a Spectre, Shepard. And this isn't some run-of-the-mill mission. There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live-fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Don't worry, Admiral. I'll take that thing out.
I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
So yeah, if you, because I managed to save the engineers, that means that in Mass Effect 2, I should receive a letter from Kate Bowman. Because Balak survived, in Mass Effect 3, I'll run into him again. This is something I forget about. While Mass Effect 3 only had a few slightly different endings to be chosen for the player, the journey to get there is heavily modified by the actions taken along the way. For now, though, let's take out some of these side missions. Okay, for some reason I assumed that when he said, hey, you should head over and take care of this mission, I assumed he was talking about the same sector I just happened to be in. But that was crazy of me. It was actually a different area. Specifically, the moon. Alright, who shall I take with me today? How about Liara and Tali? I had enough of Garrus dying on me last time. So there's not too much going on the moon. Gravity doesn't seem to change too much. There's the Alliance training facility, there's debris. There might be some minerals to dig up. But it looks like this has kind of been built around giving me a straight shot around. Like the map itself is expecting me to go west towards the debris and then south towards the station. So I'm going to do just that.
On my way.
Oh, this satellite just happened to have upgrades in it. People just store useful upgrades in random space junk. Or they leave space junk just littered around the moon surface. And there's Earth. Looking all bright and blue. Now, if you remember, they mentioned that they have specifically virtual intelligence in control of this space, as opposed to artificial intelligence. It has been deemed illegal to design artificial intelligence ever since the Quarians created the Geth. Although the way that the Quarians created the Geth, like, it seems like it would be a problem eventually. Like people would have had to think, like, huh, maybe the design would have led to issues, because, like, the Geth kind of function similarly to a like the PlayStation 3 cell processor. The more Geth that are connected to each other, the smarter they are. Now, I believe for this station I can actually have I have all three choices, but only one is the correct facility. So basically, they essentially created a like a series of a series of networked computers that only grow more powerful as long as there are more and more computers. In theory, you don't necessarily have to give up making AI because their experiment failed. You just don't need them connecting their processing power to each other. Ultimately, that was their biggest mistake. When they went to create this kind of servant class, they essentially created their own an army to fight against them. Alright, what am I fighting against here? Oh, drones. I probably should use my shield ability. And you can use your singularity on that guy. Shield boost. Oh, Liero's down. That's okay. Maybe I shouldn't do long range with the shotgun. There we go. Oh yeah, and I have an ability to bring her back. Nope, not that one. Oh, Liero's dead again. Okay, who's firing at me? You know, I was expecting the power junction to blow up, but... Ah, there it goes. Maybe I should upgrade... I wonder if I have the ability to upgrade my pistols for this character. I think I talked about trying to upgrade it, but there's not the tree available. And I believe I should still have sabotage. There we go. And now Liara should come back to us safe and sound, almost as if she didn't get knocked out twice in this fight. Now, I forget if blowing these up starts gas to be released in this area, and then I have a limited amount of time to finish that. Let's find out. Yep, toxic gas. I probably should heal up. You know, these conduits take a lot of shots. Especially considering the amount of danger you're actually in. Let's have you... Does that do anything? No, it does not. The lights on the optical mainframes flicker and die. The first of the 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. So basically now I have to do this 2 more times. So exciting. Don't mind me while I skip around this mission a little bit. Okay, so it turns out the toxic gas affects all of the stations, which is slightly inconvenient, but not too terrible. The toxicity doesn't really seem to drain your health that quickly. Also, I have to remember that I have Carnage as an additional shotgun attack type. Alright. But at least they're dropping a lot of metagel. Oh my. They're just parked in a row, minding their own business. They don't mind that they're not really hitting anything. Although I probably should barrier up soon. Oh. Okay. So I can barrier up. And take that guy out. You know, I probably should have used Unity before I healed. But it is too late for that. Okay. So, got one more left. Ah! Damn it! He was too fast for me. Why am I all the way back here? Kinetic barrier fields powering up throughout the bunker complex. Oh no, not force fields. Oh yeah, now I remember the gimmick for this level. So depending on the order that you happen to clear out the individual stages, that creates a different array of obstacles for you to complete. Because I happen to do the one that had the gas first, now I have to deal with toxicity. When I'm trying to bring down this system, I've got to deal with the toxicity in the air. And now that I've started fighting this VI portion, I probably gotta heal up. Alright. Actually, let's see if hitting it from a range is better. And now in the next area, not only will there be toxic not only will the air be toxic, but there will also be random shields everywhere.
Perimeter clear.
Although the shields are slightly more of an inconvenience, because they're literally blocking doorways protected by nobody. Or at least at this point. Just flashing their blue T1000 texture at us. But they cannot stop the shotgun. I think that leaves this one left, right across from here.
Heads up.
And of course, save my game. Like, there are power junctions back here. Probably just for, like, world building, as opposed to actually expecting you to blow up any bad guys in that area. Let's put you there. Everybody should use some extra shields. Actually, let's see how well Tali's done. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot the fact that you can't aim with a weapon that you're not trained in. Yep, there goes Liara. All these rocket drones. Let's see, what do I have? I can do overload. Alright. I probably should bring them back. And then I'll send them in as sacrificial lambs to the slaughter. Go get them! I believe in you. Your justice will triumph. Oh, I guess that didn't work out. I want to say in the sequels, your AI buddies do get a lot smarter. And possibly not sent straight to their deaths by their commander. But I'm sure if I ever get around to playing Mass Effect 2 on this channel, I sure as will try. That sounded like an English sentence to me. It might have been. No guarantees. And that's a rocket drone, so I should be worried. I got sabotage. Yeah. Yep, now I'm dead. Alright, okay, I'm way back here. Ah, damn it, Trebek. I'll just cut to me back in the building.
That's the last of action.
I should probably also check to see if I've actually picked up any weapons that might be beneficial to myself. Because I don't think I check that often enough. Oh my. Let's see. I clearly just got a better shotgun at some point. And multiple better pistols. I forget, I think Liara can also only use a pistol. And the one she's using kind of sucks. And I think Tali can only also use a pistol. And let's see, armor. That is definitely better. Anything for Liara? I guess that has better shields. So that would be useful. Yep. Even better shields there. And finally for Tali. Okay. Too bad I can't save that change. But that's okay. Ooh, only one shot takes out the shields. not gonna get me that easily. Although clearly I should have been spending a lot more time upgrading my shotguns. Because I clearly could. Oh my, additional security drones. So if I had taken on this one first, I might have fought more enemies. Oh, more enemies in there. Interesting. Barrier shields. Let's throw out a singularity. And I think I wasted that at that shotgun special. I wasted that shotgun special just as quickly as I wasted those robots. A burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit's heads-up display interprets it into a series of O's and ones, of zeros and ones. 01001000. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies, until the lights in the final VI cluster flicker and die. Specialization class achieved. Okay. Your specialization class will replace your base class. I forgot about this. Huh. Do I want to improve barrier or first aid? The ability to help myself or the ability to help others? Well, that side mission is all done for. I was trying to think of something clever, but yeah, that didn't happen. So I'm just going to move on to something new. Although now that I think about it, I think it makes perfect sense for the moon to have absolutely no surface minerals on it. It's already been picked clean. Also, I guess there were more turrets over here for some reason. But what were they defending? Maybe there was another approach I was expected to take, even though I started off way to the northeast. Were they hoping I was going to drive south first? Well, they're dead now.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet
Ah,
Citadel.
incoming signal.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up.
How uncomfortable.
First contact war, we fired a lot of espionage.
Oh yeah, I remember this mission.
We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
That is quite a delay.
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after first contact.
So obviously the question is, so like what does it matter about a probe that was just lost in space?
And this is a problem. Why?
Because there's a
Probes were launched. We didn't have any idea who we were fighting.
nuclear weapon attached to it.
The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Shouldn't a bomb disposal unit be sent for this? We don't have anyone trained in that.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because...
To be fair, those probes are in fact dangerous and irresponsible.
Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck.
She seems to be having trouble keeping her eyes open. I didn't think Hackett was that boring. Age Binium. Alright, let's see what's on the other planets first. And then we'll land on the planet of Age Binium. Age Binium. You know, for all the information they give you on these planets, they don't give you pronunciation, which for some of them would be pretty useful. Alright, this time I will take Caden and Garrus. I don't know, is there like a combination that works better than others? Like a pair of characters that make more sense as traveling buddies than others? Alright, so everything is north of me. So I'm going to head west towards this giant red star. You know, surveying for minerals in this game isn't exactly the most exciting thing to do, but it's still way more interesting than surveying for minerals in Mass Effect 2. I will surely rue the day that I ever end up surveying minerals in Mass Effect 2 again. Because that is one of the most boring times. Now, there are a few games that are kind of interesting in that, like, there are games that have side content, and you look at the side content and you're like, you can do it if you want. But you can skip it if you want. Like, Grand Theft Auto 5 has tons of content in the game itself. But you really just have to complete the missions if you really want to complete the game. You don't have to play tennis. You don't have to do, like, all of the, like, the mayhem type missions. You can just do the story missions and you're good to go. your experience playing the story is not going to be ruined by not playing the side missions. With Saints Row, especially Saints Row 1, the only way you could access the main mission is if you completed enough of the side mission. They made it in such a fashion that you couldn't actually proceed with the game if you didn't do the side missions. Like drive a car with a tiger in it. You had to do it. Actually, that's Saints Row, that's either Saints Row 2 or 3, I forget. Saints Row 1 had the insurance scam where you threw yourself at cars and hope for the best. Or finding vehicles, like walking down the road and hoping the cars in front of you didn't just disappear. Because that's what they would do in Saints Row 1. But with like the Mass Effect games, I find interesting in that they're like, hey, here are some side missions. You can do them if you want. If you don't want, your experience playing the game is going to be much worse. Especially when you, like, with Mass Effect 1, I think you can get away with not actually playing the side missions. But with Mass Effect 2, they created, like, a rating system in which, based on specific parameters, it allowed you to either to access the best ending or the worst ending, depending on how much or how little you did. The game actively punished you for not playing any of the side missions, for not doing the side content. And it's even more so with Mass Effect 3. Especially, like, with Mass Effect 3, you're also collecting, you're also collecting resources to prepare for the large battle. But part of that collecting resources is also benefit. You also get resources from the multiplayer aspect of the game. Don't want to play multiplayer? Then you really have to do every side mission. If you expect to, well, even just maximize your Renegade and Paragon bars. Just the act of maximizing those specific bars requires you to do pretty much everything. And there are decisions towards the end of the game that you can't access. If you don't do that. So it's interesting how the Mass Effect series has kind of gone out of its way to say, well, you didn't do the side missions. Not only do you not get the benefits of having been there, you also get there are also detrimental aspects of not completing these missions. Mass Effect 1, not so much. Like, I could have skipped bringing down the sky, and the engineers would probably be dead, and that would follow that path as I continue to Mass Effect 2 and 3. I could choose to not converse with my fellow squad members while I'm on the Normandy, and the game will proceed as normal. But by doing so, I will still miss out. Oh my god, what am I... oh, okay. That wasn't as bad as it looked. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm going to get locked into a room with a nuke. I'll have to deactivate the nuke, and then I'll have to fight some baddies to get out of there.
Mineshaft. That's the source of the signal.
Suspicious.
I agree. This thing didn't crash. Somebody moved it here.
Your grasp of the obvious is inspiring. There's still a nuke down there. Check your corners and watch your back.
Affirmative.
Check those corners. See, the air on the surface, you don't trust that air. But once you're in the mine shaft, that's fine. Just take off your helmet. You don't need it anymore. Luckily, every mine is pretty much the same. I think there really is only one model for a mine in this game. Like, they've tossed all this other junk in the way, but the actual design of the mine in these side missions is the same.
That was a detonator, Commander.
Shepard, at last.
Have we met?
You don't remember me. No matter. I remember you. I never forget anyone I've fought. My name is Ilanos Haliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
Who
You assume I give a
cares?
damn. That's cute.
The strongest leads. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You organized the attack on Elysium. You want me to thank you for my Star of Terra?
I was the motivator, the instigator. The one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster.
But then he
The
screwed
one
up.
blamed when it failed.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an ambitious challenge.
Your damnable holding action.
My crew will come for me.
Let them. We'll be ready. An Alliance warship would make a fine prize. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, the ores here are laced with heavy metals. I'm afraid your suit radios aren't powerful enough to transmit out.
You'll see me again, Haliot. Count on it.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
Orders, Commander.
We find a way out. Someone up there needs my boot up his ass. See if there's anything in here we can use.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb before it goes off. So I have 9 seconds? For some reason I remember having more time. Oh, but time freezes when you're disabling anything anyway. So that doesn't matter. But I should probably be careful while disarming a nuke. I mean, it's slightly more important than opening up a locked container. You've disabled the bomb. Excellent. So I believe they blew up the entrance. So now I have to take a separate exit in order to get out of here. And I think that's the route that's filled with guys. But unfortunately, this means that I won't have access to the Normandy. Ah, upgrade kit. Yeah. I guess I should probably take a moment and clean this out. Alright, inventory cleaned out. I'm ready to go. Although I probably should save. So I'm not ready to go. That was a lie. I've been lying to you this whole time. You thought I was ready, but I wasn't. Actually, hold on. Which way is the Mako? It is east of me. East and down. Eastbound and Down? That's the name of the show. Now, I could try to fight these guys on foot, and it would be a high-octane, action-packed fight to the death. But I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to blow them up with the Mako's cannon. Because I can. So is what's his face that set us up? Already dead. I do not see him anywhere. Holliot went through a lot of trouble to draw you here. A pity it ended like this. For him, at least. Now that you're above ground, your suit radio has re-established connection with the Normandy. Time to get the hell out of here. No doubt. Thank you for watching. If you've still got the itch for more content, why not give one of those links a try? Got some questions or comments? You can comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. In the meantime, so long, folks.